that's just going to naturally continue. Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over-pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They hand it off to Mostert, and he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. Airing it out, looking for Ridley. And that is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, Kaepernick. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force the incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. They give the Chubb out of the gun, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And that is incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. Here's a diving catch right side.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 48 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good possession, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
Kaepernick going to throw. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and get some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a 15-yard loss, and it will be 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And this is going to be a Cowboys 1st down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Burrow's throw here taken in by Knox. And he will be out of bounds after a nice pickup. And that will also lead us to the 2-minute warning. Second and 4. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
58 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. This is Mostert. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made there by Jordan Poyer.
It went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. of the gun. It's Burrow. Out to the left, he's got his tight end Knox. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. They'll run with Mostert, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
They should have put a stamp on me in the locker room.
Raheem Mostert, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Throwing on first down is Kaepernick. This is caught by Antonio Brown. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake. Kaepernick eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. And it's complete to Adams. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And we'll see how they want to play this. Just a little over 20 seconds to go. Terrific running there to start the drive, as that's going to go for 15 and a quick first down as well. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Mostert. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. 2nd and 8. Now it's Burrow. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Calvin Ridley. in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are now just an extra point away from moving out in front. If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
Taken in at the 3. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Cowboys out on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 90 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Here we go.
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw there taken in by Dorsett. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Back to the running game with Mostert. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
A third quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. Third down, Burrow. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Giants are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Rolling to his left. Now he'll square up and throw deep left sideline. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Second and 10. On play action, it's Kaepernick. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. On play action, it's Kaepernick. On the move to his left. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Too far downfield, something those linemen have to watch out for, and that time it costs them. They fake the give. Now Kaepernick steps away. Man open left side is Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a 1st down.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 down at the 33. Chubb on the counter. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Touchdown, Giants! Antonio Brown, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to jump back in front. A late turnover is so often the difference in a ball game, and here the turnover leads to the go-ahead touchdown.
So repeat after me, partner. You have to take care of the football. In order to protect the lead, you must take care of the football. Ball security. How many times do they have to say it? They've been preaching it since day 1 of camp, and it came back to bite them right there.
And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mostert. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. 2 yards on the 1st down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Finding Knox there, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Burrow looking to pass. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Ready?
Mostert. And he stopped immediately there. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Now Burrow. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to third down. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Complete to Dorsett. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Richard Sherman. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, 5. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
This was almost what I've heard referred to as a pick 12.
Pick 12, explain.
Well, you're talking about the 6 that they were trying to get.
Because they were so close to the end zone.
And now the 6 going the other direction.
And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah. Will they make up for it? So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. He's going to let it fly. And that is caught at the 10-yard line. And down inside the 10 at the 9. A big play here for Dallas. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield. Now Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Throwing, Burrow. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal. They'll run with Mostert. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Now we'll get whistles, and they signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. A final shot now for Burrow. A very quick pass to Ridley. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. This is going to wind up a safety. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so